John Jungkook, the most feared yet most admired man in South Korea. A mafia king whose name alone is not enough to silence a room. Yet ordinary people aren't scared of him. Why would they be? He never harms innocent. He lives in a complete different world, a world of power, money, luxury, and danger. Among the public, however, he is more of a legend than a criminal. Men obsess over his expensive car and bike collection. Teenagers copy his gym routine, hoping to build a body like his. Girls are hopelessly in love with him despite never meeting him. In millions of imaginations, John Jungkook is already someone's husband. But in reality, he's painfully single. No relationship, no dating scandals, no public appearances with women. And honestly, he doesn't even seem interested in love. Most days he's buried so deeply in mafia business that he forgets he's human enough to have personal desires. Occasionally he disappears on private vacations with random models and influencers, but nothing serious ever comes out of it. Until one ridiculous rumor changes everything. The internet suddenly becomes obsessed with shipping him with the rising actress Kyung Won. Edits of them flood social media, fake dating videos, fan-made wedding pictures, reels with romantic music. The nation becomes addicted to the idea of Jungkook and Won. And the funniest part, they have never even met each other. Jungkook couldn't care less, ignores the rumors completely as if the entire internet doesn't exist. But for Kangban, it becomes a nightmare. Every interview, every press conference, every movie promotion. Are you dating John Jungkook? At first, she laughs it off politely, then she starts getting irritated. Soon, people stop talking about her successful movies and only discuss her relationship with the mafia don she has never spoken to. And finally, during a live press interview, after hearing the same question for the sixth time, something inside her snaps. The room falls silent as Kangwan suddenly grabs a microphone from the interviewer's hand. Can we talk about my movie for once? She says coldly, I'm not dating Jun Jungkook. I've never even met him. The reporters freeze. Wine continues with a sarcastic smile. I just gave three back to back hits, one drama, and two movies. Do you seriously think I need a man for attention? A few nervous laughs echo through the room. Then she delivers a sentence that changes her life. And next time you people ship me with someone, at least choose a man who matches my status. The cameras flash wildly, gaps spread across the hall before anyone can react. Kung Wan drops the mic onto the table and walks off stage with her managers and bodyguards following behind her. She only said it to sound savage, to stop the media, to end the rumors once and for all. What she doesn't realize is that somewhere in Seoul, the most dangerous man in the country has just heard every single word. The video of Kang Swan's interview had already spread across the entire country within hours. Every news channel was replying the same clip. Next time you ship me with someone, choose a man who matches my status. Some people called her savage, some called her brave, others said she had just signed her own death warrant. Meanwhile, in the top floor penthouse of the Seoul's most dangerous man, silence fills the room. John Jungkook sat lazily on the black leather couch inside his dim office, one ankle resting over his knee while the city lights reflected behind him through the giant glass window. The room smelled faintly of whiskey, expensive cigars, and rain. One of the massive screen in front of him, Kang Wan's face replayed again. Blonde hair, sharp eyes, cold expression. And next time you ship me with someone, choose a man who matches my status. The corner of Jungkook's mouth twitched. Not anger, amusement. His tongue pressed against the inside of his cheek as he stared at the posed image of her face. Interesting. Very interesting. At that exact moment, his manager walked into the office holding a tablet nervously. Sir, since your current missions are complete, where would you like to spend your vacation this time? Switzerland, Monaco, Dubai? Jungkook didn't answer immediately. His dark eyes remained fixed on Kang Swan picture glowing on the screen. Then slowly he smirked. She thinks I don't match her status. The manager blinked in confusion. Sir? Jungkook finally stood up from the couch, adjusting the sleeves of his black shirt, tattoos peeking beneath the fabric. Cancel the vacation. What? Let's go for a walk. The manager froze for a second. A walk? John Jungkook never went on random public walks. He hated attention. Despite not being an actor or idol, the media followed him obsessively everywhere. The mysterious Mafia king of Korea was more famous than celebrities themselves. People were desperate for even one sentence from him. But Jungkook never entertained anyone, never smiled for cameras, never answered reporters, never stopped walking. Yet today something was different. The moment Jungkook stepped out of his private building, chaos exploded outside. Paparazzi rushed forward. Cameras flashed violently. Reporters screamed over each other trying to ask questions while his bodyguards pushed the crowd back. But Jungkook calmly lifted one hand. The guards immediately stopped. Everyone went silent in shock. He was allowing them closer. For the first time in years, Jungkook was willingly standing in front of the cameras. Dressed entirely in black with silver chains around his neck and tattoos visible on his hands, he walked toward his matte black luxury car like he owned the entire city, which he practically did. Mr. Jeon, are the dating rumors true? What's your relationship with actress Kang Wan? Have you two met secretly? Jungkook ignored every question until he reached the car door. One of his bodyguards opened it respectfully for him. Then Jungkook stopped. The reporters held their breath. Slowly, he turned his head toward the cameras and smirked, a dangerous, arrogant smirk. Mr. Jeon, one reporter shouted desperately, please tell us, are you dating Kang Wan? For one second, the entire world seemed to pause. Then Jungkook gave a small nod. That was it. Just one small nod, but it was enough to destroy the country overnight. Gasps erupted everywhere. Cameras flashed like explosions. Reporters nearly lost their minds as Jungkook calmly got into his car and drove away without saying another word. And within minutes, every headline in South Korea screamed the same sentence. Mafia Don John Jungkook confirms relationship with actress Kang Wan. On the other side, Kang Wan was peacefully lying on the long cream-colored sofa inside her luxurious apartment, enjoying one of the rare free evenings she got after weeks of non-stop schedules. The city lights of Seoul reflected through the Gantt glass windows while soft music played quietly in the background. For once, everything felt calm until her phone started exploding with notification. Ping, ping, ping. Van let out an annoyed groan, throwing one arm over her eyes. What now? She muttered tiredly. She grabbed her phone from the table beside her and instantly frowned after seeing dozens of missed messages from her manager Yahoo. Vine rolled her eyes dramatically. Can't I rest for 5 minutes? She complained under her breath. Didn't I already apologize enough for this stupid dating rumor? Before she could even finish complaining, her phone suddenly started ringing. Yahoo! Of course, Wine stared at the screen in irritation. Her manager had one terrifying habit. If Wine ignored messages for more than 30 seconds, she would immediately call. And unfortunately, even though Wine was technically the celebrity here, she still feared hanging up on Yahang. With an exhausted sigh, she answered the call. Yes, Yahang, she said leisurely. And before you start yelling, I swear I haven't eaten anything unhealthy. I'm following the diet. For 2 seconds, silence filled the line. Then, how the hell did you manage to start dating a mafia boss? Vian instantly sat upright on the sofa. What? Yahang sounded genuinely furious. I leave you alone for one day and suddenly the entire country thinks you're dating John Jungkook? Oh my god, Vine groaned, rubbing her forehead. Not you two, I'm not dating him. The mafia himself comforted. Silence. Vine blinked. What? He spoke to the media. Yahang snapped. He nodded when reporters asked if you two were dating. For a second, Vine genuinely thought she heard wrong. Then panic slowly crept onto her face. Wait. She quickly grabbed the remote and turned on the television and froze. Every news channel showed the same clip. John Jungkook standing beside his luxury car in the rain, smirking before giving a small nod to the reporters. Mafia John Jungkook confirms relationship with the actress Kang Wan. Ryan nearly jumped off the sofa in shock. What the hell is this? She shouted in the phone. Why would he know? I don't even know him. You don't know him? Yang repeated suspiciously. I mean, I know who he is, Ryan corrected quickly. Everyone knows who he is, but I swear I'm not dating him. He's not my boyfriend. Yang sighed heavily on the other side. Ryan, your contract clearly says you're not allowed to date publicly. If the company thinks this rumor is real, your contract can be terminated immediately. And the penalty fee alone is 20 million won. One face drained of color. I swear on my mother, I am not dating him, she said desperately. Please trust me. Another long silence followed. Finally, Yang spoke. Okay, I believe you. Wine exhaled in relief. But the company won't believe words alone, Yang continued coldly. You need proof. Wine clenched her jaw. Then slowly she looked back toward the television screen where John Jungkook's face still filled the news. Cold eyes, arrogant smirk, completely calm after ruining her life overnight. Wyan narrowed her eyes angrily. Set up a meeting with him. Yang sounded surprised. You are serious? Very. After ending the call, Van threw her phone onto the sofa in frustration before storming toward the bathroom. This psycho mafia man, she muttered angrily. Why is he ruining my peaceful life? While the entire country drowned in the chaos over the dating scandal, the man responsible for it looked almost offensively calm. High above Seoul, inside the private rooftop section of his penthouse, John Jungkook rested in the infinity pool with the city glittering beneath him like a kingdom he already owned. The water moved lazily around his tattooed body while soft jazz echoed through the night air. Wet black hair brushed back from his forehead, silver chains resting against his skin, expensive rings catching the reflection of the pool lights. Every part of him carried the effortless arrogance of a man who had never once been told no. Around the pool area, servants and security moved silently, careful not to disturb him. Then his manager arrived, tablet in the hand. Expression tense. Boss, he said cautiously. Stepping closer, Kang Wan team sent an email. Jungkook didn't respond immediately. He simply lifted his eyes toward him. The manager cleared his throat. She's requesting a meeting on the 24th. What would you like me to reply? For a few seconds, only the sound of water and distant city traffic filled the silence. Then Jungkook finally rose from the pool. Water slid slowly down the sharp lines of his tattooed body as a servant instantly stepped forward, respectfully placing a black towel over his shoulders. Jungkook took it without a word and walked toward the glass doors of his penthouse suite, completely unhurried. His manager followed behind him, waiting carefully for an answer right before entering his room. Jungkook stopped. The soft golden lights of the penthouse cut shadows across his sharp features as the corner of his mouth lifted slightly. Not a smile, something colder, more dangerous. Make her wait, the manager frowned slightly. Sir, Jungkook glanced back only once. It shouldn't be easy, he said smoothly, to meet a man like me. And with that, he disappeared into the darkness of his suite, leaving the city and Gangwan waiting behind him.